Fan Center.
Woo!
Hope you're wearing a towel, because it's hot.
Yeah. And this is our last show of the week.
Yeah. But you know what? So it's a mail-it-in Thursday. Mailing it in is tough to do, though, when you got the Stanley Cup playoffs going on.
And the Jets absolutely...
And the NBA playoffs.
Oh, it's a great night for sports. So we've got it all for you, but we are going to begin with Canada's only remaining NHL playoff team. Yeah, let's check in on Game 4. Because the Jets, coming off that incredible comeback in Game 3, had a 2-1 series lead. Winnipeg, by the way, has not lost at home since February the 27th against Nashville. Oh, that's a dangerous hit by Roman Josi. Patrick Laine didn't like it. Sent a message, but the problem was Laine and Josi get matching minors, negating what would have been a Jets power play midway through the first period. Josh Morrissey sees an opportunity and nearly scores. Needed to get a little more lumber on it. Look at that. Pekka Rinne stops it with the knob. The old knob stopper. The everlasting knob stopper. Preds can't clear. Laine. That's exactly where he likes to operate. Rinne's there. The Jets sniper still searching for his first goal of the series. Moments later, Ryan Hartman opens the scoring for Nashville. Winnipeg can't clear it. Hartman takes advantage. 1-0 Preds. Let's jump to the middle frame. The Peg breaking in shorthanded. This is who you want. Blake Wheeler looking for Mark Scheifele. Oh! The whiff went over his stick. Preds capitalized. PK Subban having an incredible postseason. Third straight game with a power play goal. More on him in just moments. 2-0 Nashville. We're jumping to the third. Morrissey through a screen. Rinne able to make the save and protect the post. Jets just cannot seem to solve the Vezina Trophy candidate on this night. About 4 minutes to go. And this is where we stand. 4.5 minutes, third period action. Oh, 4:20. It's 4:20, everybody. It's 4:20 all over again. Preds are 0-9 all-time when trailing a series 2-1. That's incredible stuff. Pekka Rinne had allowed 12 goals in the first 3 games of this series, but so far, he is stymieing.
Okay, Raps and Cavs, Game 2 Thursday night. What can we say about the first game of this series? A game the Raptors led for the entire game until they didn't and lost in overtime. LeBron James said post-game that he wasn't at his best. LeBron had a triple-double in that game. Meaning if LeBron is that good when he's bad, what happens when he's good? Game 2 in Tirana. Raptors searching for ways to stop LeBron. Last season, DeMar DeRozan issued this challenge to his team during their series against the Cavs.
You find somebody who stopped LeBron, you know, in these moments, and, you know, I give you $100.
$100. OG Anunoby guarding LeBron. And he forces the air ball. DeRozan takes it all the way and finishes with his left, right by James. He had just 2 turnovers in Game 1. James sat late in the frame, opens up the paint for DeRozan. Patience. And the throwdown. Raptors are 5-1 in Game 2s at home. Final minute of the half. LeBron drives. Kyle Lowry sets. Looks like he's taking a charge. Feet are completely planted. Lowry, though, called for the offensive foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Dwayne Casey? Yeah, he was given a tech. Toronto up 2 at the break. NBA, by the way, reached out to Drake after Game 1, slapped his hand after he got in an altercation with Cavs' Kendrick Perkins, so Drake was a bit subdued. Third quarter, DeRozan drives blocked. James, beautiful pass to George Hill. The Cavs score 37 in the third and open up an 11-point lead. LeBron had 31 points through 3. Said he got 9 hours of sleep on Wednesday night. Must be nice. Early fourth, turnaround jumper over Kyle Lowry. LeBron made jumpers over Kyle in back-to-back possessions. Pascal Siakam guarding James, jumper. Made 7 fadeaway jump shots in the second half alone. By the way, Kevin Love had 31 points in this game. You are not going to see any of him. Drills another fadeaway. Caps up 16. Under 6 to play. Another jump shot. Beats the clock. That's his 43rd point of the night. Checks out with almost 3 minutes left in the game. Had 14 assists, just missed a triple-double. He had 8 rebounds. Raptors have now lost 8 consecutive games to the Cavs in the postseason. LeBron actually crediting Coach Casey on becoming the player he is today. Which you're going to hear in a second. Toronto's lost 2 in a row at home for the first time all season. Last time that happened, the Cavs last postseason. Raps 1-28 on the road against LeBron over the last 14 seasons. Remember what I said about LeBron crediting Coach Casey? Let's hear those words now.
Casey drew up a game plan against me in that 11 series in the finals when I played Dallas to take away things that I was very good at and to try to make me do things that I wasn't very good at. So he's part of the reason why I am who I am today. I gave him a little insight of my mind, and you know, I showed him tonight as well.
Yeah, they're in a tough situation because they're playing LeBron. He's now the only NBA player to record 4 40-point, 10-assist playoff games in playoff history. LeBron finished with 43 points, 14 assists, 8 rebounds in Game 2. Yes, he played very well.
Hope the person screaming in the background is okay. The Washington Capitals went into Thursday with a 2-1 series lead, but without the services of Tom Wilson, who was suspended 3 games for a hit that left Pittsburgh's Zach Aston Reese with a broken jaw and a concussion. Ovi didn't have much to say, but he had a lot to say in Game 3. His heroics, with a minute to go, allowed the Caps to take a 2-1 lead in this series. Picking up scoreless in the second of Game 4. Dmitry Orlov with a shot. Matt Murray caught him high around the neck. He's in obvious discomfort. Took a few minutes to settle down, but did stay in the game. Later, he's chatting with the trainer, who was also the guy who played Euron Greyjoy in Game of Thrones. Euron Greyjoy, very mean character. For Mike Emmerich, Ball State University PhD, with the call. Gensel, the playoff leader in goals and points. Later, though, he takes a tripping penalty on Lars Eller, and that leads to this. Nick Backstrom, this Swedish one, just so much patience, finds TJ Oshie, and we're knotted at 1 apiece. Oh, Gensel. Final minutes of the second Pens power play. Yevgeny Malkin gets it to go. They reviewed it. They said no goal on the ice. They eventually determined that the puck did, in fact, cross the line. The Caps then challenged for goaltender interference, but the original review does stand. It's Malkin's first goal of the series. He was out for the first 2 games of the series, 2-1 Pens after 2. Late third period, Caps still down 1. Sidney Crosby avoids the check from Ovechkin, finds Gensel, and he's got his 10th of the postseason. Now, Oshie taking a run at Chris Letang on the play, and they drop the gloves. You do not see these guys fight very much, but they both got some tilts in. Actually, Oshie got more than tilts in. The Pens hold on for a huge win to even up this series.
It's pretty odd that after a playoff win, all the talk is about a team's coach. But that's what happened after the Celts beat the 76ers in Game 1 of their Eastern Conference semifinal. Celts coach Brad Stevens had reporters waxing poetic as he continues to somehow win, despite the fact that no one outside of Boston knows the name of a single player on his roster. It's Game 2. Jaylen Brown coming off the bench Thursday after missing Game 1 with a hamstring injury. First quarter, Brown picks up a loose ball, sidesteps the defender, one-handed finish. Some discomfort. He stayed in the game. Second quarter, Brown at the free throw line. Air. Kevin Hart, who is the Drake of Philly, having a laugh. Philly led by as many as 22. Terry Rozier. Euro step around Joel Embiid. Lays it in, cuts the Sixers lead to 12. Under 40 seconds left in the half. Rozier pulls up, hits a 3, lead down to 6. Boston ends the half with Marcus Morris lobbing to Brown for the two-handed finish. Boston closed the half on a 20-5 run after Hart mocked Brown. Embiid tosses his mask. Fourth quarter, Boston up 2. Brown, two-handed hoop stuffer. Little gingerly celebration. Ginger celebration? Gingerly? He was walking gingerly? I don't know. Embiid spots up from beyond the arc, hits a triple to cut the lead to 1. Hart chirping the Boston crowd. Late fourth, Boston up 4. Rozier lobs for Tatum. Huge two-handed slam. Boston takes a 2-0 series lead. Blue Jays, Indians. Josh Donaldson back. First game since April 10th, was out with shoulder inflammation. Game 1 of a doubleheader delayed by 2 hours. In the third, Yangervis Solarte on second. Russell Martin, fly ball, deep center. Solarte tags up. He's heading for third, and Todd Stoudemire's it. Head first, flips over the bag at third. He's okay, stayed in the game. Solarte trying to explain his slide to his teammates. In the fourth.
He'd be great at Pictionary.
2-1.
Except that you draw.
Donaldson, double to left, plates the rubber. He'd come around to score. Jays down 2 in the 6th. Before Donaldson's at bat, Cleveland goes to the bullpen. Donaldson, not sure who's on the mound. The umpire says number 42. They're all wearing 42 since this is a makeup game for the Jackie Robinson Day game that was rained out. Eventually told it's Nick Goody. And Donald says, well, that's Goody.
Donaldson hits it high in the air. It's off the bat. And this ball is going to go.
Home run, 2-run shot. Finished 3 for 7, 3 RBI. It's all tied at 7. This one needed extras. In the 11th, bases loaded for Solarte. Hey, Gramps, you like grannies? His first career grand slam.
Did you actually say that to grandfather?
If they're single, Solarte went 5 for 6, 6 RBI. Jays take game 1.
Hey, Gramps, you single? You like grandmothers your own age? You should date one. Game 2. There's Solarte wearing a not that noticeable bandage on his face and hitting home runs. Picking up where he left off.
Looks like a fake mustache.
Yes, it does, Dan. Yes, it does. Home runs and back-to-back at-bats for Solarte, but different games. 9th of the season. He had 8 hits over the doubleheader, by the way, a new franchise record. And then Josh Donaldson hits a home run after hitting a home run in the early game.
This one's in the bag.
Right? Joe Biagini. Spot start. Second outing this season. Jose Ramirez absolutely demolishes that one right under the Mo Vaughn side. Mo Vaughn. Indians on top, and after allowing 2 more base runners, Biagini was done after 4 1/3. The bullpen was not much more successful. Eric Gonzalez clears the bases here. 9 runs in the 5th for the Cleve. That's the most they've scored in an inning this season. They continued to pile on. Yes, I feel the same way, sir. All right, this is exciting, Dan. We're going to send it over to a friend now.
Oh, yeah.
To break down what was unfortunately a Winnipeg Jets loss.
Yeah, Preds, they beat the Jets 2-1, even their best-of-7 series at 2 games apiece. We watched the game with those guys tonight.
Yeah, that was a blast hanging out with them. Really appreciate their candor about our performance on the show. Over to the CFL draft. The Tabbies acquired the first overall pick from the Owls as part of a 10-piece blockbuster Wednesday. And with that first pick, they selected Central Michigan receiver Mark Chapman, who's the number 2 prospect in last month's Central Scouting Bureau rankings. He led his team in both receptions and receiving yards during the 2017 season. Now, the Owls, who finished dead last in the CFL last season, Picked second and selected UConn offensive lineman Trey Rutherford. He'll be part of a revamped front line following the acquisition of veteran Canadian guard Ryan Bauman on Wednesday. The BC Lions, also busy Wednesday, acquiring a second selection of the first round. So with the third overall pick, they took offensive lineman Peter Godber to help stabilize an O-line that allowed the most sacks in the CFL last season. A record 7 offensive linemen were taken in the first round of the 2018 CFL Draft. With more on the CFL Draft, it's time to bring in the nail gun. That's right, TSN CFL insider Dave Naylor. Dave, it's great to see you. Great to have you back.
Great to be here.
Okay, let's get to Johnny Manziel. With the draft, with the moves leading up to the draft, is it clear that Manziel's coming to the CFL or not?
I think it is. And in fact, the trade that Hamilton made to get the first overall pick, they traded an offensive lineman named Ryan Bauman, who makes a couple $100,000 range salary. And so they saved some money. Now, where would they need some money to devote between now and training camp? Of course, Johnny Manziel has no NFL takers right now. And it doesn't look like he's going to get it. The mini camp invitations, have all gone out. If, in fact, the door is slammed in his face in the National Football League, as it appears, leaves him with 2 choices. Come to the CFL, where he has to make a 2-year commitment, or he could go play in something called the Alliance of American Football, which is supposed to play a 10-week schedule in February of 2019. Now, we know many football leagues are conceived, not all of them play, and if they don't play by 2019, is Manziel wasted another year out? I think the CFL is his best option. I think the Ticats think they can sign him. I think he will be a Hamilton Tiger Cat this season.
Boom. That is a great way to finish it off. And Dave, thank you for joining us. How do you like being this close to us?
I love it. It's awesome.
This is nice, right?
Yeah, it's fantastic.
This is so cool to have. And the beard, are you going to keep that throughout the year?
I am. It's going to be, I think it's going to see the season through.
Sounds good.
As long as the bosses don't stop me.
They're fine with that kind of stuff. Thanks, Dave.
Thank you.
Now, for the rest of the stories. It's time for the Jay and Dan newsreel. Matt Ryan has agreed to a 5-year contract extension with the Falcons worth $150 million. Deal makes Ryan the first player to make $30 million a year. $100 million of the contract guaranteed.
Wow!
2016 NFL MVP was drafted by Atlanta in 2008. Hasn't missed a game since 2009. That is a heck of a lot of money.
And when you've won as many Super Bowls, I'm sorry? He has never won anything.
Hey, he's got 20 franchise records, though.
Okay, the Atlanta Falcons. Hey, why not? It's holding money.
Yeah.
He's the guy who owns the team, owns all the Home Depots. There's still a lot of hammers being sold. Jason Witten is retired after 15 seasons in the National Football League. He will pursue a career in broadcasting on TSN's Monday Night Football. He's excited to join us on this network.
And Jerry gave him a diamond-encrusted football.
Why did Jerry have to stare at him like that through the whole? That's why he was so emotional. He's like, stop looking at me.
That's going to be our retirement with producer Tim by our side.
He'll be staring at us, and finally everyone will get to see him. Here's a spoiler alert. Producer Tim looks exactly like Cowboys owner Jerry Jones. According to ESPN's Adrian Wojnarowski, the Knicks have agreed to a 4-year deal to make David Fizdale, the Fizz, their new head coach. Fizdale was fired by the Grizzlies back in November. It was a largely unpopular move around the NBA. Lots of players from other teams tweeting their disbelief at the move. Knicks have missed the playoffs for 5 straight seasons and could be without the unicorn Kristaps Porzingis for all of next year. So the Fizz really has his work cut out for him, Dan.
I like the Fizz, and he has a unique look with the
Very
glasses.
cool.
We need a look.
Seems like a good guy.
He's the 11th coach since the 2011-2002 season. Wow, 11th.
They're a disaster. Coming up, the Jannies.
The Yannies. The good, the bad, the everything from the world of sports. Yanharvis Solarte had the game of his life in Cleveland, 5 for 6, 6 RBI. That was in game 1 of their doubleheader, and that slide. So Todd Stoudemire, we finally have company.
And after Solarte hit a grand slam to give the Jays the lead in the 11th, Toronto looking for more, but Tyler Naquin robs Kevin Pillar, crashing into the wall and making a catch.
At Sixers shoot-around Thursday morning, head coach Brett Brown he bet Joel Embiid $100 that he couldn't juggle a basketball 20 times, and Embiid did it. Brown said, "Here's your hundy."
Brown, good guy. Inspired by Embiid's pregame massage table Dragon Ball Z watching before Game 1, Shaq got a foot massage in the TNT studio. Those are truly, truly disgusting. Wow.
Vladdy Guerrero Jr. destroyed another baseball in Double-A on Thursday. He's hitting almost 400 at Double-A New Hampshire. Just call him up already.
Game 2 between the Jays and Tribe. Yonder Alonso with a grounder to short. Aledmus Diaz, the barehander. That's real nice.
Candidate for save of the playoffs. Josh Morrissey has a great chance out of the net. Rene drops his stick and he makes a knob stop. He made a knob stop.
And for the south side of Chicago, this fan goes all out to grab the ball following a Logan Morrison home run and then does a little dance and is showing off some skin at the same time. And why not? When you look like that, that's what you gotta do.
It's an ill-fitting shirt. If you go suit yourself up with a T-shirt, do the old raise your hands.
You Blew It is our popular segment where we point out our many mistakes. I said earlier in the show that our long-suffering producer Tim looks like Dallas Cowboys owner Jerry Jones. I regret the error. As well, I said that many former TSN talent would be joining us in Denmark for the World Hockey Championships. Ken Chillibeck, Brendan Connor, Susan Rogers, Lisa Bose. None of them will be there. None of them.